going to be a 60-minute gentle flow class. My name is Melissa, and we're here at Shangri-La Hot Yoga. Gentle flow, just like the name, go a little bit slower, do a little bit of stretching, but we will still move. So we're still moving our bodies. It's just great if you're looking for something, maybe you're really tired and you want something a little bit slower, or maybe you're a new yogi and you're still trying to get used to the posture. So gentle flow is a really great place to start. And this week I am just focusing on full body. So we're gonna do a little bit of everything, stretch it out, do a little bit of strengthening, get that heart rate going at points, and we will get started in a comfortable seat. Make sure that you have at least one block, or maybe a water bottle, or books, anything else that you can use as a prop near your mat, just in case that you want that during this. So comfortable seat, that can mean different things. You can have your crossed legs, maybe hero pose, but try to root down through your sits bones. So settle into the ground and then lift up through the crown of the head. So we want to find as much length in our spine as possible. Place the hands down onto the thighs. Close the eyes, or find a soft gaze down towards the ground. Maybe just slightly tucking the chin in to find a little bit more length through the neck. If maybe the neck's tight. Pull the navel in just softly to protect your low back. And then taking these first few moments to settle into this time on your mat. Allowing yourself to be present. Trying to let go of everything from outside of this space. What is it that you need from this practice? Making sure that you modify things for your body, for how you're feeling today. Starting by scanning the body, starting at the toes, making your way up to the legs, all the way up the legs to the hips, starting up the spine to the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips, up the neck to the face, trying to release the muscles in your face. Can you find a soft part to your lips? Can you unfurrow your brows? How is everything in your body feeling? We'll start with a couple of cleansing breaths here, letting go. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling up the belly and the chest, pausing at the top. Open the mouth, let it out. Big inhale. Clear it out. Full breath in. Release. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Good, one more breath, pausing at the top. Try to take one more little sip of air in. Open up, side out. Good, from here, find a natural breath. Or maybe you close the lips and start to breathe in and out for your Ujjayi breath. Finding a slight constriction to the back of your throat as you breathe in and out. Coming back to your open mouth exhales whenever you need to release some heat, let go of something. And focusing on making each breath a little bit longer than the last, a little bit fuller. The eyes are closed. Flutter the eyes open. Keep the gaze soft. Inhale, lift the shoulders high to the ears, stretch it out. Exhale, lower it down. A couple more times. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Good, lowering the Exhale, hands come to heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach it down. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, palms lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand comes down towards the ground. Come to a little side body stretch. Left bicep alongside the ear. We're going to find little soft movements in and out. So with the breath in, lift up slightly. Breath out, deepen into that stretch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, left hand comes down. Same kind of movements. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower in. Inhale, find space. Exhale, reach over. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands meet up. Exhale, left hand comes to right thigh, right hand comes behind you, little twist. This time, with our little movements, we use our breath in to reach up through the crown of the head, and the breath out to pull the ribs in and twist a little bit deeper. A couple more times, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, hands come back up to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand to left thigh, left hand behind you. Inhale, crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, twist the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, navel in. One more time, big breath in. Breath out. Inhale, hands come up. Okay, we're going to cactus our arms here. So cactus them, we're not going really into a back bend. Just finding that goal post. You're going to take a breath in to prepare. And with the breath out, we're going to curl the arms in towards each other and round the spine. So the forearms meet. You can lower them down towards the legs. Allow the chin to come towards the chest. And then allow the shoulder blades to separate. Finding some space here in your spine. Inhale, open up. This time we're finding a little back bend. So open up, squeeze the shoulders together, broaden the chest, lift the gaze. Hug the shoulders in just a little bit tighter. Lift the chest up a little bit more. Good. Breath out. Come back into that nice curl. We're going to go back to movement through this. Inhale, open the chest. Find that back bend. Exhale, forearms meet. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. All right, we're going to go through that whole thing right to movement. All right, so just listen carefully. Arms beside you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, goalpost and round. Inhale, open up, cactus arms. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left hand to thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus the arms, curl it in. Inhale, broaden the chest, hug the shoulders. Exhale, lower the hands down. Good. From here, we're going to start to roll over our knees. We're going to place the legs off to the side and come into a tabletop. So we're just gonna meet in our stable table, whatever that means for you here. Shoulders right above the wrists, hips right above the knees, making sure you have that nice flat spine. So pulling the navel in, pressing away from the ground slightly, finding a lift through the shoulders. We're going to open up our shoulders here. So we're going to press all the way into our left hand. We're going to slightly lift through that right hand and then reach it forward. So just lengthening through the fingertips, reaching towards the front of the room. Take a breath in. And with a breath out, we're going to sweep the hand up and back. As we come back, we're going to sink the hips down towards the heels. So reaching towards the back of the room. We're going to do that a little bit faster. So inhale, we're going to reach forward and up. Exhale, sweep it back. You should feel a nice stretch through the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath in, sweep forward. Breath out, hand back. Good, this time, inhale, come up. And with our exhale, we're going to sweep the hand underneath us. We're going to come into our little thread the needle. We're not lowering. So breath to move it. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat. So same thing, other side. Now you know where we're going. Put all the way into the right hand. Left hand comes up and forward. So just taking a second, we're engaging our core here. So pull the ribs in towards each other, keeping the flat back. Big breath in. And with a breath out, scoot it up and back, sit back. Pause here just for a moment, reaching back, roll the left shoulder back. All right, from here, we're gonna inhale, come forward and up. Exhale all the way back. A couple more times. Big breath in. Breath out, sit. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, sweep it underneath you. Remember, breath to movement, not lowering. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, can comes high. Exhale, palm comes down underneath us. Come to your tabletop. All right, I think I'm going to open up everything. We've done a lot of opening in our spine. We've done a little bit of opening in our shoulders. So just walk the hands slightly forward, maybe just a palm print. Spread the fingertips out nice and wide. Tuck your toes. Take a big breath in. Breath out, start to slowly lift the hips up and back. Find your first downward facing dog. The backs of the legs probably feeling tight here. So find movement. Pedal it out. Bending generously through one leg and then the other. Shaking the head, yes and no. Any other movements that feel right here. And when you're ready, come into some sort of stillness here in your downward facing dog. Press into the fingertips. From up through the forearms. So press away from the ground. Roll the shoulders out, spread the shoulder blades out nice and wide. Keep that generous bend in your knees here. Find a little bit more length in your low back. We're going to take a little bit of movement. Inhale, lift the heels high above the toes. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, heels high. Exhale, soften them down. This time, inhale, bend the knees, look forward towards the top of the mat. Exhale, step the feet up, find your forward fold. Walk the feet out, make sure they're about hips width apart, maybe slightly wider. Bend the knees till the belly hits the thighs. Hands grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. Other options, you can always interlace hands behind the head. Maybe bring them behind you for a shoulder stretch. So this is your moment. Just notice what you need here. What is it that your body is craving? And then find some sways back and forth. Some fluid movement into the body, releasing the low back. Placing the weight forward into the toes and out of the heels. Releasing the muscles in the neck and the face. Eventually coming back to center. Hands come down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands reach shins or thighs. Pause for a moment. Reach through the crown of the head. One long line from tailbone to head. Gaze stays down at the ground. Full breath in. Breath out, forward fold. Melting into the fold. Keep the soft bend in the knees. Chin in towards chest. Inhale, slow roll of the spine up to standing. Head is the last thing to rise. Coming all the way up to our mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back and together, face the palms forward. Press the fingertips down towards the mat. Open up the chest. Good. Nice and active here in our mountain pose. So we're not resting. We're lifting kneecaps up to engage the quads. We're pulling the navel in to engage the core. And we're rolling those shoulders back to find that nice broad chest. Inhale, extend the hands up, high mountain. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Pause for a moment, maybe closing the eyes. And maybe find an intention for your practice. Something that you want to bring in, or maybe something that you want to take away from this when you leave your mat. Once you found that intention, we're going to fill our bodies up with it with a big breath in. Release it into the world, breath out. Do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, let go. Open the eyes. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, right hand comes down towards the leg, coming to a little side body stretch. Slightly pressing the hips to the left, reaching up and over with the fingertips. Little movements. Inhale, come slightly up. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, come up slightly. Exhale, find a new edge. One more, inhale. Exhale, trace the thigh. Inhale, hands come up to center. Exhale, fold forward, little bend in the knees as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms down. Inhale, step back to your first high plank, lower the knees. So, nice supported plank here. I'm going to be cueing you through supported chaturangas. If you're craving a full chaturanga, you're more than welcome to come there. Make sure the shoulders are right above the wrists. Squeeze the glutes, pulling the belly in nice and tight. Inhale, start to shift slightly forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, hug them in as tight as possible, and find that slow lower all the way down. Once the chest hits the ground, wiggle the toes back, tops of the feet, roots. Hug the shoulders together first. Inhale, open up the chest, find your baby cobra. Gaze is down at the ground. Point the toes to the back of the room to engage the legs. Maybe the kneecaps are slightly lifting up. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, chest comes back up. Exhale, soften. Maybe you're coming higher each time. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up to baby cobra, pausing with this last one. We're coming towards our downward facing dog. So you can always come up a little bit higher if it feels good. Take a breath in. With a breath out, you're gonna press into the palms, you're gonna come through your tabletop, and then lift the hips high to down dog. So that'll be our chaturanga there. We'll use our modified plank, our baby cobra, using our knees to come to our down dog. If you wanna take something a little more modified, like just skip it, come to your down dog, maybe cat-cows, you can. If you wanna spice it up, taking a regular chaturanga, also a great way to go. Moving a little bit faster, getting our heart rate going. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. One big movement. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, palms lift. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Palms down. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, lower all the way. Inhale, cobra one time. Exhale, press through tabletop, lift the hips, downward dog. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, bend, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, prayer to heart. Inhale, prayer, lift. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, chaturanga of choice. So go through that modified one with me using the knees or take your own variation. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press through and back, down dog. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, clear it out. One more time, full inhale. Let it go. Lower the knees down to the mat for a second. Knees out wide, toes in. Reach through fingertips, find your child pose. Just for a couple of breaths. Not here too long because we don't want to get that heart rate down too much. You can find your ujjayi breath here. Maybe take some more open mouth exhales. Inhale, come back up. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. And we're just going to build on from there. Inhale, bend the knees, look towards the top. Exhale, walk up to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. This time, exhale, going straight to that side bend, right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, listen carefully. Exhale, fold, pause here. Right foot stays forward. Inhale, left foot steps back. And then lower the knee down. Untuck the toes. Walk the right foot a little bit further forward. We just want to make sure that our knee is never coming in front of our ankle here. Take a second, press into that right thigh, but roll the right hip back. Feeling a nice stretch here into your hips. Left hand is going to come down to the ground, a little bit in front of the shoulder. Gripping through the ground. You can either place the hand on the thigh or inhale, reach all the way up, coming into a little twist here. So remember, hand on the thigh is a nice little modification if reaching all the way up doesn't feel good. Making sure you're placing all the way into the inside edge of this right foot so we're not rolling out onto that outer edge. Pressing away from the ground with the left fingers and rolling the left shoulder back. So we want to make sure we're stabilizing that left shoulder. Pull the navel in to twist a little bit deeper here. Last breath. All right, listen carefully. Hand can come down to the thigh if you need that for support. And just start to wiggle, walk that right foot back. So just wiggle it back. And then we're gonna come all the way until we can lift it back to our modified side plank. So left leg is out, right foot is down, and reach up through the right hand. So just a little bit of a side plank, using our core here, right? Still working that shoulder a little bit. We'll come off our shoulder in a moment. Reaching towards the ceiling with the fingers, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling as well. If you want a little bit more of that side body stretch, you can always reach the hand forward. Feel this in your obliques, that side body. Challenging yourself. This left hand is going to start to get light. Maybe you need to walk it in slightly. And with an inhale, we're going to rise up to our gate pose. It's okay if you're coming off your mat a little bit on the back. That's all right. Reaching the fingertips out nice and wide. Inhale, reach them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to come back out wide. Start to bend into this back knee. So this leg is going to be parallel to the front of the mat. This back leg is going to be bent nice and deep. So bending into that back leg, your right leg, it should be here, right? And then reaching the arms out. So this looks like a warrior two. If you're familiar with warrior two, but it's a modified warrior two. Try to press the knee out nice and wide, finding this nice stretch into your hips. And then reach through the fingertips in opposite directions, like you want to touch the two walls. Inhale, start to reach out through the right hand. Exhale, right arm comes to right thigh. Left arm comes high, or you can always reach the bicep alongside the ear, finding your extended side angle. So it's our little modified extended side angle. Makes it a little bit easier having this back knee down, right? We're going to focus a little bit more on lifting away from this front leg. So arm is slightly away from the thigh, working our obliques. One more breath. Good. Inhale, start to sweep the right hand back. Find a reverse warrior. Left hand can land on the thigh. If you can reach, you can come down to the ground. Reaching up and back. Find some length in your side body. Big breath in. With your breath out, we're going to start to plant the hands down towards the front of the mat, coming into our plank. So our knees are down, our shoulders are above our wrists. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back to down dog. That was a little tricky, right? So we're doing a little bit of tricky movement. We'll do it on the other side. So we've already done it once, so you kind of know where we're going here. Making sure that you modify if you need to. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, find your forward fold, any way that you need to. Inhale, hands to thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Left foot stays forward. Inhale, right foot steps back. And just lower the knee directly down. Untuck the toes. Wiggle walk the left foot forward a little bit. And take a second just to find your positioning here. If you need to, you can come up a little bit. You can always grab a block. We're only here for a moment. Roll that left hip back. Right hand is going to come down. Left hand either comes to the thigh or inhale, reach it all the way up. Making sure you're pressing into the toe ball side of the foot. Keeping that activity here. So not rolling out. Firming up through the left thigh, rolling the left hip back, pulling the ribs in to reach a little bit higher. Firming up through the right hand, pressing away from the ground. One more breath. All right, here's a little bit of a tricky transition. So we're just gonna wiggle walk the foot back, reaching that right leg out a little bit, and then eventually you'll slide it all the way back. need to, you can scoot forward on the mat. Coming to that modified side plank. The knee down makes our side plank easier. So anytime you're in practice and that full side plank doesn't feel right, just place the knee down. Feeling this in the outer side of the body, lifting the hips up a little bit higher, reaching through that top arm. Pulling the navel in. This is a nice core workout as well. Gaze lands wherever feels comfortable in your neck. So this bottom hand starts to get nice and light when you come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, come all the way up. Coming into our gate pose. Reach the hands high. And then start to point the left toes to the back of the mat. And open up the arms, coming into our modified warrior two. We've been here once before. Open the knee up. Pressing into this leg. Finding some engagement still. So this leg isn't totally just sitting there doing nothing. We're squeezing the glute. We're engaging the quad. Spreading the shoulders out nice and wide. Inhale, extend out long. Exhale, left arm, left thigh, right arm higher, bicep alongside ear. Find your own variation of your extended side angle. Using our obliques, coming away from the thighs just slightly. See if you can stack that knee right above the ankle. Challenge yourself. Still pressing the knee out, finding that stretch in your inner hip. Pull the ribs in towards each other. Always engaging our core in yoga. Inhale, start to reach the left hand back. Reverse your warrior. This hand is nice and light. We're not pressing down too hard. Still using our core here to reach up and then back through the fingertips. Last full breath in. And then the breath out. We're going to face the front of the mat. Knees down, coming to that modified plank. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tabletop, and then downward facing dog. Full breath in. Clear it out. All right, next we come to our breath to movement. So if you're familiar with my classes, you know I love to do breath to movement. It helps to get our heart rate going. It's really important there, right, for our heart health to do a little bit of cardio. And that just helps us there. We'll just do it one time on each side. Listen carefully. I know that flow is a little bit more complicated, so just follow my lead here, right? And it's okay if you need to take a couple more seconds in each transition if it's a little bit harder. So we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, soften the knees, look to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, right foot forward. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, knee comes down. Left hand down, inhale, right hand up. Exhale, slowly walk that foot back until you can find that modified side plank. So take a second. Inhale, come up, gate pose. Exhale, start to bend into the knee towards the back, warrior two. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands come down to the top of the mat. Find your flow. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, lift the hips back. Remember, one more time, second side. Inhale, bend, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, right hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reach to the thighs. Exhale, fold. Left foot forward. inhale, right foot back. Exhale, knee comes down. Right hand down, inhale, left hand high. Exhale, take your time. Find your way to that modified side plank. Walk that foot back. Inhale, come up, 8. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Modify warrior 2. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, arm to thigh. Inhale, sweep the left hand back. Exhale, palms to the front of the mat. Lower the chest down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Let it go. Big inhale. Cleansing exhale. Soften the knees down. We're going to come into a different posture, not our child's pose. We're going to go into our puppy pose. A little bit of a back bend, a shoulder stretch. So we're going to stack our hips above our knees. And just start to walk the hands forward and press the forehead down towards the ground. If this doesn't feel good, you're more than welcome to take your child's pose instead. I'm just going to be here just for a couple of breaths, just to slow down a little bit. And walking yourself back up when you're ready. Let the hips come back towards the heels. Take a seat. If you need to, you can take a second. Drink a little bit of water. That feels good. All right. Because this is full body, we're going to do just a little bit of core work here before we continue moving. All right. So just a little bit of core work. We're going to come into our boat pose. So hands come behind the thighs. If you need to, you can always support them on the ground. You can keep the toes on the ground or lift the shins parallel to the mat. Shoulders come back and together. Broaden the chest. Pausing for a second here. Open up the chest a little bit more. Pull the ribs in towards each other. Good. If it feels good, you can reach the arms out long. Pause for a second. Just working our core. And then we're all going to place our hands down next to our hips. Fingertips facing towards the front of the mat. With an inhale, we're going to lower it down, come into a little low plank, or low boat, sorry. Exhale, we're going to pull those knees in, we're going to crunch. Inhale, come down. Exhale, curl in. Start to go at your own pace, so whether that's fast or slow. We're not going to be here for too long. Just working that core a little bit. We're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. If you need to, you can put those toes down for a second and relax. If your core is kind of screaming, if you want to, you can stay in that boat for a little bit more challenge, right? We're just going to do one more thing here, right? So, hands are not next to us anymore. We're going to come back to that regular boat. You can grab the backs of the thighs, lift up. All right, coming into a little bit of a twist. So hands are going to come to heart center. There's going to be a little bit of a balance challenge. If it feels good, you can stay on those legs, or you can always just keep the hands down and twist like that, all right? Remember, toes can be down as well. Inhale at center. Exhale, twist over towards the right. Inhale, come back. Exhale, left. Inhale, exhale. Good. Once again, going at your own pace. Center, twist. Center, twist. Every time you twist, find that breath out. Find your own variation. If you need the toes down, I'm still getting the great, nice core workout here with my toes on the ground. We're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7. Forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and make your way to your downward facing dog. However you need to get there. All right. So make your way to our down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together. We're just going to do a little bit of balance here, so you have to incorporate some sort of balance, right? Just to help us work on that, work on our strength in our legs, especially our ankles and our calves and our quads. So we're going to root down through our right foot. So right foot is down, spread the toes out. Hands will come to heart center. You're going to take that left foot. Options here, you can bring it to shin, maybe ankle, maybe all the way up to the inner thigh, finding your tree pose here. Move towards you guys so you can kind of see me a little bit better. Pressing the foot into the leg into the foot with equal force. So find a nice suction here. Hands at heart center, lift up through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders back, nice open chest. Squeeze the glutes. Settle in here. You can keep the gaze to the ground for more support. If it feels good, lift the gaze towards the ceiling, and maybe growing your branches as well. So that's just a way to add on if it feels right. And then continue with your breath. So don't let that breath go. Nice and deep. Almost there. Good, take the foot off the leg. Take a second to shake it out. All right, we're gonna root back down through the right foot. We're gonna lift up that left knee once again. Full breath in. And with your breath out, start to sweep the leg back. Chest comes forward, leg comes back, coming into your warrior three. Hands at heart center. Try to roll the left foot so that it rolls towards the ground. If you need to, you can always grab a block and place it under the hands here for support. If that feels a little better, if you're feeling really wobbly. Trying to find that strength here in our right outer hip. You can have a soft bend in the right knee. Press through that left heel. Reach through the crown of the head. So you're one long line from heel to crown of head. All right, we're going to take a breath in. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky transition, but not something I haven't done before in this class. If you need to have the hands down the block, you can do so. Start to bend into the right knee until you can step the foot back. Inhale, reach the hands up, high crest in just 1 second. We're not here long. Roll the right hip back, lift up through the fingertips. Big breath in. Good, breath out, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, step the foot back and just lift the hips to your downward facing dog. Shake it out, pedal it out. No more chaturangas here. We're done with those. All right, second side, that's our last little bit of standing, and then we're bringing it all the way down, all right? So challenge yourself. Inhale, soften, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms at heart. All right, balance first. Left foot comes down, spread the toes. Right foot to ankle, shin, or all the way up to the inner thigh. Remember, you can kickstand the foot on the ground if you're feeling like you don't have really good balance here. The ground can always be there to support us. You can still get a nice little balance from here. Press the hands together, roll the shoulders back. Gaze stays down to the ground. Suction the foot and the leg together. Hug it in nice and tight. Just try to make sure you're avoiding the knee, so we're not pressing that foot into the knee everywhere but that. We really want to try to protect our joints. Pull the navel in, lift up through the crown of the head. If you want to, you can grow your branches for a few breaths. Pressing down through the left foot. You can keep a soft bend in the knee here. Squeeze the glutes. Good, slowly release. Shake it out. Last little bit, all right? Almost there. Left foot down. Inhale, right knee up. One leg mountain. Take a breath in. Breath out, chest forward, leg back, warrior three. Flex that right foot. Roll the pinky toe so it faces the ground. Hug the shoulders back. So kind of think cobra pose here. Remember how in cobra pose we open that chest up? Same idea. Use this glute to lift the heel. So we're not rolling up and open. We're Last breath in. With a breath out, slow bend into the knee and step the foot back. Inhale, reach the hands up. Settle in. Full breath in. Breath out, hands come down. Step the foot back. Downward facing dog, final down dog. You made it, we're here. Lower the knees down. Hips come off to either side and legs come in front of us. Lengthen the legs out onto the mat. Flex the toes back towards you. You have a soft bend in your knees here. We're gonna come into a forward fold. So soft bend if that feels good. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, reach out long and keep reaching till you find that edge. And then lower the hands down to shins, ankles, or feet. Never has to be your feet, right? So wherever that you can reach. You can always use a prop if you have a towel or a strap nearby. You can use that to grab the feet. You can have that soft bend in your knees here. That can feel good as well. Most important thing is long spine. So making sure that we're keeping the shoulders back. We're reaching through the crown of the head. And the chin is towards the chest. We're not touching the chest. Making sure that you're long. And notice how my neck right is nice and long right out of my spine. And then pausing here. Maybe you come deeper with every breath out. I like to use my breath. So every breath in, I lengthen slightly. And then breath out, deepen into it. That way I'm finding a new edge with every exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up. And we've already worked our core, so however you want to get there, come all the way down, laying onto the mat. So like all the way down. I'm just going to turn this way. So we're laying all the way down onto our backs, and then walk the feet in towards the glutes. So last little bit of activity here. We're going to work our glutes, do a little baby back bend. Arms are going to be long beside you. Make sure that you can maybe tickle the heels. So we don't want them too close to the glutes, just a little tickle distance. Take a breath out. With a breath out, start to squeeze the glutes and the quads, and use that to lift the hips up into your bridge. You can slightly roll the shoulders underneath you. We don't want to come into too intense of a heart opening. Hugging those glutes in nice and tight. Pulling the navel in. So we always want to use our core to protect our low back, especially when we're doing back bends. Full breath in. Breath out, lower it down. Couple more times. Inhale, hips up high. Exhale, soften. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, lower. Good, lower all the way down. Walk the feet out to mat width apart. And let the knees fall in towards each other for your broken bridge. Arms can be long. You can have one hand to the belly and one to the heart. Slowing it down. Only stretching from here on out. So we can slow down the heart rate and the breath. And walk the feet back in, the hips width apart. Take the right leg and cross it over the left thigh. So ankles over the thigh. Press the right knee forward. You can stay here, or you can interlace around the left leg and pull it in towards you. If you're doing this, use the right elbow to press out on the knee. And flex both of your feet so the toes are curling towards the shin. Relax the shoulders down into the mat. So we're not curling up towards the legs, we're lowering it all down. Find a nice balance here of relaxation, but also still a little bit of strength and engagement, right? We want to use that engagement to protect our joints. And feel a little bit deeper stretch. If you have the leg, slowly release your grip from it and lower the foot down towards the ground. Uncross the leg, maybe windshield wiper back and forth, running a little bit of movement. And then meeting back at center. Left ankle comes over the right thigh. Press away from that left knee. Good. Trying to find that nice stretch here. You can stay here, same as the other side. If you would like, you can grab for the back of the thigh. Pressing out on the left knee with the elbow. Flexing the feet. Settling the shoulders down. Finding that equal bit of softness and strength. And then taking some soft breaths here. Allowing yourself to slow down, maybe to reflect. Release the leg if you have it. Foot comes back down. Uncross. Windshield wiper. Any other movements that feel good. Pull the knees in. Take some circles, or maybe your happy baby. Grabbing shins, ankles, or feet. Pulling the knees down. So if you can't quite grab the feet, grab the shins, same idea. It does exactly the same thing. I want to make sure that we're rooting the low back down. So if you notice that your low back is lifting up, you walk the hands down a little bit. You can still find that stretch, but you're protecting the low back. You can find your playful baby rocking back and forth, finding some movement. And then knees come back into center. Tee both of your arms out to the side, so reach them out long. And lower the knees over towards the right, so find your supine twist. If you need to, grab a pillow or a blanket and place it underneath or between the knees. Both of our shoulders root down. Gaze comes over the left shoulder. If that feels okay in your neck. I always welcome you at this point to close your eyes and keep them closed. Just helping to prepare yourself for your final rest. It's okay if when we're in our Shavasana, you find your mind wavering a little bit. You might have lots of noises in the background. Maybe other people in your house. Maybe your pet is playing around you. Maybe you hear something outside. And that's okay. Just try to let those pass. Focus on the rest. Knees come into center. And slowly lower them over to the left, hips to the right. You can switch the gaze over that right shoulder. Taking a natural breath. Relaxing. Try to release here. So we're not really finding any engagement anymore. Go back to center. Release the feet down, feet out to mat width apart, knees come in. So back to our broken bridge. Allowing the whole spine to connect to the ground. And if this feels good, you can stay right here for your Shavasana, or you can come to your traditional Shavasana, allowing the legs to come out long. Your choice. Wherever you feel the most comfortable, where you can hold and rest. And once you've found that place for your final rest, give yourself permission to be here, to enjoy these last few moments on your mat. And I'll call you back when it's time. Slowly allow your awareness to return to your body. Notice if you benefit from more time in your Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here as long as you would like. If you're ready to reawaken, movement comes back to fingers and toes. Reach the arms long above you. Pull the knees into the chest. Roll onto either side for your fetal position. When you're ready, coming up to a comfortable seat. Ending class where we begin. Coming full circle. Hands at hearts, eyes closed or gaze soft. Release all the air from your lungs. Biggest breath in. Clear it all out. And then take a moment for gratitude. Show gratitude to yourself for taking time out of your day to show up on your mat. Taking time for your practice. And most importantly, for yourself. I'm grateful that you all came to join me in your practice, whether it's live or later on Facebook or YouTube. And from my heart to each and every one of yours, namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. Leave a comment below, maybe with a request for next week or a request for the fusion on Saturday, if there's something you want to work on in particular, or to let me know how you liked it. If you're able to support us financially, you can donate through either Venmo or MindBody, and you can find both of those links on our Facebook or our website. And I hope you continue to join in on our classes. We love to have so many of you practicing alongside us, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.